Hiya guys, how's it going? So recently I've been asked how I'd create my cards, so I thought I'd create a video as quick as possible on basically the whole digitalization side of things. So in this example I'm going to have a template set up and the artwork's all done, etc. I've got an idea in my head, so we'll just go straight from there. So I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen this witch in one of my previous videos. And we're just going to be running this creature I've got in mind, or this unit should I say, off this template. So we've got the artwork for it. Let's see if I can find it. And you can see there it is. So first thing we need to do is like deconstruct this card. So we're going to save it as, and we're just going to name it what it's going to be called. So it's card number 40 and it's called Entombed Demon. Okay, so that's saved. And now we need to get rid of like the things what we don't need as such. So first thing, which is going to be an obvious thing, is to get rid of the image. So the program I'm using is called Artweaver. It's a completely free program to use. It does everything you need it to do. You can pay for it if you want to, but for what we're going to use it for, the free version is exactly what we need. So you've got all your layers on the right hand side here, so we're going to get rid of the image, so there's no background, and then we're going to add the artwork. We simply drag it into Artweaver like that, and you've got the pretty cool picture here. So it has basically opened this image up in a different tab. So this is the one we're working on here, and this is the image we've just imported. So all we're going to simply do is select all with Ctrl and A, and then copy it with Ctrl and C. Go over to the card design here, and then just simply paste it in. Now when you paste it in, it's zoomed in so much, and that's because we've scanned it in at 600 dpi. So what we're going to do then is just take the we're just going to scale the layer down, and when I scan in at 50 dpi, I only need to resize it to about 50% of its original dimensions. So we've got 50 width by 50 height, and then we can also move it around. And what you really want to do is just have a look around to see where the edges or where the white of the art actually is. So we're going to need it about here, and then of course every so often we're going to apply the game crafted template just to make sure everything is within that blue dotted line. Okay, so that's the best the image is going to get. I wouldn't I know his eyes a little bit out, but I suppose we could get away with that. So if we, there you go, it looks a bit better. So you can see how there's a bit of whiting at the top just there because we've dragged it quite far down. But if we put the border on, it should hopefully cut out that white. So that's that. Now this card is going to be an uncommon, so I'm just going to leave the variety as it is. But if we were to change that, we could either just mess about with it like in this, in all these layers, or we could just copy like a rare rarity from another image. So now obviously the next things we're going to need to do is change all the text around. So with Artweaver, I've created a group of layers here, and this is all the text what I've got for the card. And obviously it's still set up to be the witch. So what I'm going to do is basically on the left you've got your text tool, you click that, and then clicking anywhere will create a new text box and a new layer on the right. So we're going to edit a text box by simply just clicking on the name of the card, and then we're just going to delete that and just type in the name of the new card. Pardon me. Now I'm going to change the cost of this in a minute, but I wanted to get the text out of the way for now. So this Entombed Demon, it's going to be an uncommon, and it is going to be a mix of, jeez, a bit windy today, I do apologise. So it's going to be a mix of a black and a red. So down here it's obviously it's not a human, so we're going to change that. I think we're just going to give it a species type of a demon. Oop. There we go, and it looks pretty centered to me. The really cool thing you can do in Artweaver is how you can zoom in and move everything around. So like say you think this demon here is just a little bit to the right, so you could just zoom straight in like that. I mean, you can get really, really close, but to me that looks pretty centre. And another thing you can also do is a thing called guides. So say like you're trying to match up this HP box here with in line with this one here. So you want to take your horizontal, your y-axis, which is about 1,000, and you just click on a guide, horizontal, and you just type in 1,000 in there, and that'll come somewhere about it. And basically you just line up boxes, do you know, with these guides. So they're all pretty much in line, so you can always get rid of that guide for now. Pretty nifty little feature. Now we're going to change the HP and the attack values of this card. So this card, it's going to have HP of 300. Okay, click apply, and then on this one is going to be a little bit higher. This is going to be 500. Now 500 attack for it's going to be 3 elements to place, so I'm going to get the elements out of the way first. So again, you've got your groups up here, so I've just created a new group called the symbols, and of course you can change the visibility for symbols by clicking the little eye icon on the side. Now I want this to cost 1 black, 1 red, and then a mix of black and red, so we don't need 2 black cost symbols there, so I'm just going to delete one of them layers, yes, and then I'm just going to copy that, and then click on the layer and it'll paste it above. Ooh, it didn't copy. Let's try that again. So I'm going to copy in the red element. Let's go find out where it's copied it to. There we are. And then we're going to want to get rid of all this whiting around, so we're just going to get rid of it like that. And then I'm just going to bang it there for now. Then we're going to need the split element. Now this split element will basically mean you need a red or a black to pay for that part of the cost. So paste it in, drag it up, get rid of the whiting, and then we've got our 3 cost symbols here. And again, we can just choose to show them or not. So now you've got to kind of like just position them so they look a little bit more professional. So you want to get the y-axis of the middle of this white line, which is 200. So I'm just going to whack on a guide, horizontal for 200 axis, and that's about, it would be an odd number, wouldn't it? So that's about halfway up. So all we're going to do then is just line all of these elements up with each other. There we go. And we need them about the correct distance apart from each other. Now if we zoom out, now those element symbols are just a little bit too far to the right for my liking. See how you've got a bigger gap to the left and a small gap to the right? So instead of moving each one individually, you would just grab the group, which is the cost symbols thing there, and then when you go to move them, you will move all 3 of them at the same time. So that looks about centre to me. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way of doing that, but you know, that's just the way I do things. Okay, so now we've got this bit to look at. Now, so yeah, what we're saying was we've got a unit for 3 elements here, and it's got a whacking 500 health for just, you know, you can get that out on turn 3 if you're lucky. So obviously this card, going by its name, Entombed Demon, it's going to have some kind of massive downfall to it, and this is what I've got in mind. So I'm going to edit the text in the ability box here. I'm going to put this unit cannot attack, and I'm sun's in my eyes. You might notice how I put capital letters where I shouldn't do, and basically any wording which is an important word in my game, in Wrath of Cause, I will accent the first letter with a capital letter. So it's not me being illiterate. Well, I suppose it is kind of being illiterate, but it's the way, like, unit is something part of the game, attack is part of the game, so they will be capitalised at the beginning. So this unit cannot attack. Okay, it's going to apply that. And it's going to have 2 abilities, so I might have to increase the size of this. So I don't need enter. In fact, well, I might just get away with this. Right, so let's see if we can do this while saving as much time as possible. So I'm going to delete that, take off the bold, and I'm just going to type in right, so clearly it's not the correct size, so I think it's size 30 I need. There we go. So it's got this unit can attack, this unit can attack as normal, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to put a cost for this unit to attack, so I'm going to have to create right, okay, so change it to bold, to 35. Okay, so I'm just going to put static. Now static means that this effect is always in play unless you pay its cost. So a static ability, oh shit, I've not put the freaking colon. There we go. Okay, so a static ability, this unit cannot attack. And then what else I'm going to need is, which was the red and the black? That one. So I'm going to copy that element, get it into my text, and then just paste. And I'm going to have it so you have to pay a red or a black to attack. So I'm going to have to resize that a little bit. So I'm going to scale it. Now if you hold shift I believe, it will keep everything in ratio. Yeah. I don't really want to resize it too much. And you start to see how it's starting to pixelate. So trying to get the right size. So that looks okay to me. And then apply that. Edit this text here and just put a couple of spaces in, colon. Oh, it would be out of line, wouldn't it? Alright, so I'm going to have to create another text box, just around here, just simply a colon, move that layer in line with the one directly above it. Looks about right. So, a static ability, this unit can attack, pay red or black, and this unit can attack like normal for this turn, I should really. Sorry if I'm rushing, I'm just trying to not make a video which is 7 hours long. Which one was that? That one. This unit can attack like normal this turn. A bit close to the box, so what we can now do is just move it so it's not so close to the edge. So we could move that across so it's all kept in line. Move the colon so it's out of the way of the T. Move that cost over a little bit. There we go. And finally, I believe that one is that one. There we go. So static, this unit can attack, pay red or black, this unit can attack like normal this turn. So we've got all them together. Now we've got the hitboxes, or the battle rolls should we say. So basically the idea behind this card is, because it's entombed, it's been trapped away, sometimes it'll listen to you, sometimes it won't because it's basically pretty pissed off. So I'm gonna make, the battle rolls, I'm gonna do this. Gonna have 1, 2 to should do 2 to 5, and then the overreact can be a 6 perhaps. I've not quite thought about the battle rolls really. And then move the results over so we're in line. Change the text, so if you roll a 1 it'll be a miss. Roll a 2 to a 5, it'll be a hit, and then a 6 is overreact, can be, it'll hit, and, what could it do, something, Um, how is the Angel of Purity set up? Again, I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Prevent, recover, prevent. Right, okay. So I'm gonna put hit. Deals 200 damage to enemy core. So if I apply that and zoom out a tad, so that just about fits in. So we get a 1, it's a miss, 2 to a 5 hits, and if you roll a 6, it'll not only deal its regular attack and defending, but it can also deal 200 to an enemy core some magical way. I don't know. So this is basically how I create my cards. Because obviously I pick a template very similar to the closest to what I want this one to be. So of course I've picked an uncommon unit card to copy this over into. So if I can just simply, because I saved it as earlier, I can just go File, Save. And then I want to convert it into a PNG image, so I will go into my official cards and I've basically changed that to, not a GIF because GIFs are crap, PNG. Save, and then because you'll get a couple of alert boxes, and this is basically because we've got all these layers here, so we'll just click on OK, and all it's basically saying is that all these layers are going to be rasterized into one big layer. So now when we minimize this and go into the Deck of Darkness, the Entombed Demon is there, and that is basically the card complete. So I've got to do that God knows how many times, as well as think of all the ideas. So I hope this proved a little bit of I hope it proved a little informative to you guys how I digitalize the cards on my computer. Of course, and obviously this is all done after everything has been scanned in. So hopefully I'll try and get another video up soon with how I actually design the cards on paper and what templates I use outside of a computer, and then of course the whole scanning progress and getting them actually onto my computer as well. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and again apologies for the video being so long. I've tried to keep it as quickly as possible. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. See you soon.